Revival Sunday. I am your prayer partner, practitioner, Ejah Grace Angel, Leslie Frazier, and it is my pleasure to be serving you all this way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, live streamers, love streamers, yes. And so what we're going to do is get up and welcome one another and be mindful to ask for permission for hugs. Some folks may not be hugging today. It's okay. But just be mindful and let's greet one another. And DJ Kiilu is here with us today, who's going to give us some get up and get welcoming music, yes? So let's try that. Let's do that. Thank you. Okay, so we start to make our way back to our seats. And so welcome once again. Let's just know, right here and right now, I invite you to close your eyes, knowing right here and right now, everything everything is already all right. We made it. We woke up. We knew who we are. And even as it might be changing from room to room, we remember who we are. There is only the one life living, the one breath breathing. There is only one magnificent mind, thinking itself in all, through all, and over all. It is the absolute all in all. The isness that is all this is everything. It's everywhere. It knows everything. And it's so powerful. I call it God, but I have learned that it goes by many, many, many names. There is no one name in particular that it's more compatible with. It responds to the call. Whatever we call it, it responds. And the answer is always yes. 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 So what a blessing it is. I'm giving thanks for everyone and anyone who's had anything to do with the outpicturing of today's Revival Sunday. Even remotely so. I'm blessing our AV team. Everything that we're feeling, sensing, seeing, and hearing started early this morning. I'm blessing Robert out in the parking lot. I'm giving thanks for our security at both entrances. What a blessing it is. The meditation with our guest DJ, Kiilu, today. How awesome is that? Yes. I'm giving thanks for the folks setting up a fellowship in the kitchen. I'm so grateful for our ushers and greeters who greet us, welcome us into this sacred sanctuary. It is blessed. We are blessed. I'm blessing our board of trustees. I'm blessing our beautiful music ministry, even as we are doing something a little different today. It is still all good, so I'm blessing our music ministry and how it shows up from Sunday to Sunday. We are blessed. I'm blessing the love streamers joining us from around the world. How awesome is that? Around the world. Around the world. We are connected. We are connected. I'm calling it good and very good. I'm blessing and giving thanks for our powerful team of ministers here and the professional core practitioners here at the East Bay Church that serve us in prayer. We don't stop. Prayer doesn't end. It goes on and on and on. So I'm giving thanks to that outpicturing as our perfect well-being. And of course, I am so grateful and thankful for our beloved spiritual leader, the Reverend Dereca Blackmon, as she comes today with a powerful message, a powerful resurrection, redemption, everything what if that inspire us, to encourage us, to incite and ignite opportunity. I'm blessing the Centers for Spiritual Living around the world, their global mission and vision, a world that works for everyone. Wow! How awesome is that? A world that works for everyone. Awesome, yes. That is awesome. We don't have to hide. We don't have to be in fear. We can just give thanks for a world that works for everyone. So I'm blessing this service, knowing that it is well, it is good, and very good. And once again, I want to thank DJ Kiilu today. Awesome. 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 I lovingly let it all go now. I invite you to anchor this experience with me now and forevermore by just saying together, and so it is. Ashe. Oh, man. Awesome. So I want to invite the Multifaith ministry.
Thank you. Good morning, East Bay. I'm Vilma V. My pronouns are she and Aya. Today we continue our journey in honoring multi-faith diversity awareness. First slide, please. Oh, yeah. This year we are acknowledging all people and all faiths. We honor the unifying nature of religious thought and human experience. On this last day of honoring the sacred spirit of the woman, we honor the divine essence expressed as power, prosperity, and possibility. Slide 2, please. Lighting the flames of faith. Today we light the candle for the divine essence of women's power. We honor those yet to be born, those living today, and those who have gone before us, our ancestors.
So right now, I want us to join together in recognizing all those women in our lives. We're going to speak their names into this circle. Those who have yet to come, because a lot of them are in the belly getting ready to get here. Yeah. We're going to speak the names of those who are here now that we love and those who have already gone before us, our ancestors. So when you hear the first gong, speak their names into the circle. And then when you hear the second gong, just silently sit in their essence. And when you hear that last gong, we will come back together. Ready? Speak their names.
Betty Boo, Betty Santiago, Isabela Ramos, Pura Santiago.
Speak their names. Speak their names. Let's just sit silently inside of that energy, remembering who they are to us. Thank you.
Slide 3, please. Sacred wisdom from the divine feminine essence. When vision meets courage and flows with abundance, possibility becomes reality. Queen Nzinga, who believed in futures not yet seen, and the goddess Lakshmi, the divine flow of abundance. What the sacred wisdom is saying, it reminds us that possibility is not separate from us. It is activated when we align inner vision with the courage to act and allow life's natural abundance to move through us. Vision gives us direction, courage gives it movement, and abundance sustains its unfolding. When we trust that there is enough, we step forward without hesitation. And we're going to bring Women's Month to a close with a goddess prayer. Today and every day, I feel the divine wisdom of the Great Mother. the great Mother Goddess filling my body, mind, and spirit, and helping me make the best choices possible for myself, my family, my beloved community, and the world. There's a Amen, Ashe, so that it is. And there's a fact sheet in the back for Queen Nzinga and the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. It is in the bookstore, and there's a prayer in the other side of the sheet. And the last slide. The Multifaith Diversity Team, we invite you to come join us and our wonderful leader, Reverend Amandra. Share your wisdom on a faith tradition, light the flames of a faith candle, help prepare a fact sheet, be a presenter. Everyone is welcome. There's no age requirement. Sign up in the bookstore and help share your faith with Reverend Amandra.
I add a blessing to these words and to the hearers of the words, and this is Queen Lakshmi.
Good morning, East Bay. As many of you know, we took a trip to Bali last year. Some of my Bali folks are in the house today, and we'll be taking another one this September, so look online. We'll have more information about that. But a really good friend of mine who's come to visit East Bay, Omi, took up painting, and this is his rendition of the goddess Lakshmi. So I have this for sale. If anybody is interested in purchasing it, let me know. You can see me after. And if you're interested in the sacred experience of Bali, we will be leaving September 1st this year, and you can see me about that. So, yeah, you want to go? Yes, she doesn't have to put her hand down. That's exactly right. Come on, this is how it happens. This is where you want to go? Yes, exactly. This is how, speak your word and proclaim your power. That's how you get the children's trip to Bali. Because some of you know I took young people from West Oakland to Ghana, to Mali, to Timbuktu, some of whom had never been on a plane. And so all we do is encourage our young people here to know their power. And when Spirit gives you the hand raise, then let it be so. So thank you so much to Multifaith Diversity. Thank you, Vilma. Thank you, Tiffany. And thank you, Reverend Amandra.
So I want to welcome Maria. We're going to do our God is the only power in our life. We're going to do it in English, and then we're going to do it in Spanish. So I invite you, if you're able and you're willing, to stand, and it's going to come up on the screen. Yeah. Ready? God is the only power in my life. Nothing from without can touch the perfect life of God within me. No past experience has power over me. I am a perfect child of God, and nothing and anyone has ever done or said can interfere with my divine birthright. The power of God is greater than any circumstance in my life. The strength of God is mine to use. Turning away from all feelings of inadequacy, I discover that all that I need is within me right now. As I forgive the past, I find that I have nothing to atone for and nothing to run away from. Casting off the old me, I discover my true self. I take dominion in my life. Old habits have no power over me. Conditions have no power over me. Personalities have no power over me. I take dominion. I am whole. I am free. I am complete. Now and forevermore. And so it is. Yes.
Good morning. Buenos días. Hoy lo vamos a hacer en español. Ok. Dios es el único poder en mi vida. Nada de afuera puede tocar la vida perfecta de Dios adentro de mí. Soy una niña perfecta de Dios y nada que cualquiera haya hecho o dicho puede intervenir con mi herencia divina. El poder de Dios es más fuerte que cualquier circunstancia en mi vida. La fuerza de Dios es mía para utilizar. Olvidando los sentimientos de insuficiencia, yo descubro que todo lo que necesito está dentro de mí en este momento. Cuando perdono el pasado, encuentro que no tengo nada para espiar o escapar. Olvidando mi antigua persona, yo descubro mi verdadera persona. Yo tomo dominio en mi vida. Los hábitos antiguos no tienen poder sobre mí. Las condiciones no tienen poder sobre mí. Las personalidades no tienen poder sobre mí. Yo tomo dominio. Soy entera, soy completa, ahora y para siempre. Es así, sí, sí.
Thank you, Maria. Pull around and break this thing. I would like to invite our first-time visitors here. If you're here with us for the very first time, if you would mind standing so we can give you an East Bay welcome. We're not going to have you sing or do a dance. Just let us acknowledge you for being here. Thank you so much. And, ushers are going to, please remain standing. Please remain standing. If you would, we have a gift bag for you that's coming around. And East Bay, let's as we get ready, just give us a moment. Let's outstretch our hands towards our new visitors, and let's do what we do, East Bay. Welcome to East Bay Church of Religious Science.
Welcome to East Bay Church of Religious Science.
We see you.
We see you.
We know who you are.
We know who you are.
We thank God for you.
We thank God for you.
Please come and see us often.
Please come and see us often.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for coming today.
All right, and so it is. Our beloved folks are coming in. Just give us a moment. Okay.
I'm all excited. Everybody didn't stand up who's new here. This is my whole family. And some of my great grandchildren I have never seen before is here. So I'm just thankful. So everybody didn't stand up, and I guess stand up, my whole family, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not going to be using this walker always, and I mean that.
Yes, ma'am. That's Reverend Dr. Eloise Oliver, whose 95th birthday is this coming Wednesday, April 1st. And so thank you to her family who has come out to help us celebrate her. The celebration will be continuing for an entire month, as well as should, yeah? And so today, after service, we will have videotaping and writing out of messages that will be a part of the celebration. So after service today, in the front garden, Nguyen will be making video recordings if you want to make a written message. April 4th, we'll do walking and gardening here from 10 to 12. And then May 9th is the big party. So we will have the 95th birthday celebration the day before Mother's Day on May 9th. And the choir is called Sing, Pray, Dance, and you'll hear more about it during announcements. So thank you for everybody for coming today, and we look forward to seeing you as we continue to celebrate, as we do always. So thank you, Reverend E, for all that you've done, and it's so good to see the family with us today. I jumped the gun. I'm Reverend Dereca. I am the senior minister here at the East Bay Church, and I use she or they gender pronouns. And I always like to tell you what my pronouns are because you can't tell what they are by looking at me. And it's just a little act of allyship that we do just to let people know that we're thinking about you in this time when the world is hard. But it's also good. It's good, and that's what we came to celebrate today, is the goodness of the world. And one of the things that brings me joy is Revival Sunday. Today is Revival Sunday. So I have with me my dream. The theme for CSL this month is what if? And I had a dream a long time ago before I thought somebody like me could be a minister. I said, maybe if I could have a DJ, then I maybe could do it. And nobody really wanted to take me up on that offer for a long time. And, you know, they say when it's the right time, the right person appears. And so this brother is DJ Kiilu Grant of the Freestyle Fellowship, of the Beckwith legacy, of his own inspiration. This is a really great partnership. I tell Brother Kiilu all the time that he inspires me in the way he walks the walk. But he also inspires me in the way he makes the music. So let me get out the way and let him, okay. And when there's a flow, the right people appear. So this is my longtime friend, KJ, who you know as the flautist extraordinaire. I said, KJ, just come, bring the flute, and let's see what it do. just got a text from Reverend Michael. He said he wanted me to let y'all know the DJ at Kiilu's name is also the Vibe Shaman. If the spirit moves you, this is Revival Sunday. Dance at your seat, dance down the aisles, hug a friend. Come on in the dance floor. It's revival. The theme for the month is what if? Some of y'all know. What if the church had a DJ? What if Chris Hanif walks in right when the beat drops? I know that would be what it was.
Mom, if I rule the world, imagine that. 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 I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Mom, if I rule the world, imagine that. Mom, if I rule the world, imagine that. I free all my sons. I love them, baby.
DJ Kiilu Grant. Imagine that. Imagine that. What is that we are imagining? Nas is imagining political prisoners set free, stress-free. No work release, purple M3s and jet skis. He's imagining feeling the breeze in the West Indies. What are we imagining? See, this is not just fantasy, this is liberation. It's a world where captivity ends, where dignity is restored, and where joy is no longer rationed out by just a few people. See, artists, what they do is they imagine liberation before the system allows it to be so. The first line of Nas is imagining people smoking weed with no harassment from the cops. And some of y'all are like, I know she didn't say that in church. But you're talking about somebody that in 2004 worked to decriminalize marijuana. Because I understood then that as long as it was pharmaceutically given, right, as long as it was Prozac, then it was all right. Right. That's a different sermon. Spirit is calling us to do the same thing Nas is doing. Because it's Palm Sunday. Now, how's she going to put all that together? See, Palm Sunday is an imagine that moment under occupation. See, Palm Sunday isn't just some passive celebration that we've turned it into. It was a subversive procession. Here comes Jesus Christ, the Christ consciousness, the metaphor, the divine example for liberation, for revolution, for transformation. He's entering Jerusalem under an unjust ruler. Some folks was out there yesterday to No Kings protest. He chooses, however, a donkey to ride in on instead of a war horse. You see, this is a liberation insight. This is not a weakness. It's nonviolent resistance. It's intentional. This is what it is meant by not using the master's tools to dismantle the master's house. How many places in our lives are we walking in thinking we can solve a problem with the same thinking that created it? Somebody's mean to us and we're going to solve it by being meaner. Somebody is withdrawing from us, and so we're going to withdraw too. Somebody's manipulating something in work, and we're going to out-manipulate them. See, that's not the Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness said, y'all come with all y'all war. I'm coming with a donkey. Just throw the whole thing off. I'm going to choose all the weapons I could choose. I choose a donkey. That's how I'm coming in. It's a direct challenge, not just to the power, it's to the idea of what power is. See, Rome says power is domination. Sometimes Real Housewives tell y'all that same thing. Power is domination. See, Jesus embodies power as love, dignity, inclusion. The palm branches were our protest signs. You see the folks out in the street right now with the protest signs, but you can see there's something a little bit different going on now. There's a little bit more positivity. The sign yesterday that the folks was holding up was a pink llama, right? That's the sign that we are here organizing. Folks are singing in resistance, dancing in resistance. There's different ideas now about how, not just what, but how we do the protest. The hosannas are to save us now. The critical tension here is that some people imagine liberation as an overthrow. I know some folks going through a divorce, and they think it's supposed to be the War of the Roses, right? Just no holds barred, no prisoners, or a custody negotiation, no prisoners.
I'm going to say whatever I got to say to make sure you don't get. It's not a pie. It's not a bank account. It's a child. It needs all of it. Oh, I know. She always saying some unpopular things. But the Christ consciousness imagines liberation as transformation, not just overthrow. When imagination is shaped by fear, then liberation looks like revenge. I'm going to get back at. They got the power, now we need to get it. And then what? What we going to do to the people once we get the power? That's right. We on one mind. That's one mind right there. When imagination is shaped by love, liberation looks like wholeness. Because once you get the power, everybody is whole. Everybody is well. Imagine that. Imagine that when you get the power, everybody is well. In your family, in your relationship, at your job, in the government, in the United States, in the world. Imagine everybody well. Yeah, that's a stretch right there. See, that revenge fantasy, it's not going to work. That's how we got where we are. Just switching sides. Ernest Holmes says, there is only one thing that I ask of you, and that is that you will believe absolutely that this thing works. If you do not believe it works, it will not work, because everything is belief. Everything is mind, and all operation is thought, and there is not a law in the universe that is not the power of mind in action. And there never was, and there never will be. It's your mind in action becomes the collective power. Anything you ever saw or ever will see is simply the result of mind in action. Somebody had the idea of this podium. It's a thought, and now it's a thing. Somebody had an idea of voice amplification. It was a thought, and now it's a thing. Everything is mind in action. There's molecules in this podium right here. They are conspiring together to form this form. And they're not solid. They're moving. And how much more mighty are the molecules moving in your body? How much more powerful is the activity, the healing force and power within you? So this is what we do with scientific prayer, is we activate the force that is already moving in us. We affirm its power to heal, to reveal, to guide, to show us what is ours to do. There's a force. There's a power for good in the universe. And you can use it. But I'm going to tell you something even better. You can let it use you. You can let it use you. Ernest Holmes said you can use it, but I'm going to tell you what, I come from that old religion. I want to be used. I want to let it use me. So that's the thing. You have a body, and you have what we call a physical environment. This is Ernest Holmes still. And you would have neither if it were not for mind. When mind desires your body to disappear, your body will disappear. What the re-embodiment will be, nobody knows for sure. But if you can learn to live today and get a lot out of life and have as much fun as I am having today, and be as prosperous as we all ought to be and be well, you shouldn't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. We take absolutely too much responsibility on ourselves, and it amounts to fear, which is a natural consequence of the belief in limitation. What is he saying here? When you focus on what's wrong, when you focus on, well, really what you think is wrong, when you focus on lack and limitation, it just increases in your consciousness, in your awareness. Somebody got to raise consciousness, say it's hard right now out here. It's hard to get a job, the gas prices is high, it's not enough, nothing. But what if this is the moment, just like COVID, when we had to realize, oh, we need each other. We're going to have to pod up, squad up in order to make things work. We're going to have to connect in different ways. We're going to have to get outside and get some fresh air. Otherwise, we're going to be in a mask all the time. COVID made us change our behaviors and our way of thinking. It said, oh, me alone, like they've been telling us, me. All the money in the world ain't going to help me. I'm going to need a pod. I'm going to need a squad. I'm going to need something besides myself. What if the gas prices is going up and now we really going to carpool? Now we really going to start saying, I might need somebody else. I might need to get up out of my suspicion of other people. I might need to meet my neighbors. I might need a ride to church. I might need to speak up and say I need some help. It might be about that time where I realize I don't have to choose to do it on my own. Ernest Holmes said in closing, I want to endeavor to show you how you can become less limited. I say again, this will mean absolutely nothing to you. It's worthless, useless, unless you absolutely believe it. And not only believe it, but that you go right at it, as though you had always known it, it had always worked, and there was no possibility of failure. What are you holding back from? Because you're so afraid of failing. Is it love? Is it work? Is it school? You will get the biggest results if you will say nothing to anybody of what you want to do. If we could add to the commandments, he says, the greatest would be mind your own business. What they say, my business is God's business and God's business is good. So here's the opportunity. It's to be about Spirit's business. Be about the business of letting it use you. This is not escape, but it's resistance to limitation. It's not denial, but it's design of a new reality. See, systems of oppression depend on limited imagination. We think to ourselves, well, you know, that's just the way it is. There ain't nothing we could do about it. What can I do? But spiritual practice expands imagination. You cannot build a world that you cannot imagine. So you got to say, what if this thing we experience in this regime, what if this is just the plot twist, the turning point, right? What if this is just the moment, you know, in every movie there's that moment where it's like, oh, okay. And now, all the things that people have been planning for, all the resources that we have is brought to bear. Okay, it's like now you got the central problem, and we're going to use what happened in Act 1 and Act 2 to address the issue. See, this is what you've been preparing. Why you think you've been coming here all this time?
You think you've been reciting God is the only power in my life just for your own edification? It's just something to remember. This is when you pull it out in English and Spanish. Dios es el único poder en mi vida. While they're dragging people out who speak another language, this is the time to say, I'm one with you. Dios es el único poder en mi vida. That's why you've been learning it this whole time. I'm going to say to you some what-if questions. And when I say it, I want you to respond, imagine that. Okay? What if freedom is possible? What if we really are one people? What if love is the most powerful force in the universe? What if healing is already happening? Yes. So now I want to take a moment for us to actually practice some imagining. So I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to start imagining the world you want to live in. We spend so much time during the week hearing about what's going on and going wrong in the world. But this many people can change everything. Just spend some time imagining the world that you want. How do you move in that world? What's different for you? How do you treat other people in that world? What's different? How do you see yourself? How do people see you? Now take a deep breath and come on back. And who's willing to share one thing that you imagine in this new world that you created? I know I can count on Dion. Come on. Let's get this microphone over here. Yes, you do. Because we got love streamers out there, and they want to hear what you got to say.
My world was created in my mind based on my travels. So in my world, we will have everywhere, if you ever been and experienced pure Southern hospitality. People speak because it's today. Hello, it's today. And let me tell the whole thing or one thing? Go ahead. Okay, all right, I'm on a roll. Okay, and then in Thailand, I traveled to Thailand, and everybody is just love themselves and has pride in who they are as a people, and they don't bother nobody. And one time I went to Japan, I was like, they gonna stare at us because we black. They mind their own business. They looked, but they wasn't staring, right? So I love the country that mind their own business. And then the movement we have in the United States, we can physically move about at will.
You hear that? I want you to hear what is being said. I imagine a place. Can I just paraphrase a little bit? Where I'm not stared at. Where people love their culture, and that's just what they do. It doesn't have to be an attack and a front on me, right? And there's space to just move about and be myself. Everybody say, imagine that. All right, I saw a hand over here. I'm coming around. Did you have your hand up? Oh, okay, right here.
I was imagining, yeah, I'm Lorraine Isata. I was imagining a world where people can move between countries as they choose, and they can really honor each other's cultures and religions and not base judgments on colors, religions, cultures, just to accept and love each other for our differences. One world.
Yes. Somebody say, imagine that. I'm coming. I'm just doing one side at a time.
I'm KJ. And in my imagining, I imagine a world, specifically in Afghanistan, where women are not oppressed and not silenced, but women everywhere in the world. Women everywhere in the world. It can be extreme or it cannot look so bad, but women everywhere in this world, on this planet, are oppressed, suppressed, hunted, murdered, just for being women, but being the powerful beings that women are. And so in my world, I imagine that women are lifted, loved, not only supported, but exalted. Exalted for the powerful, beautiful beings that women are.
Amen. Somebody say, imagine that. So, because I am who I am, I have to say a little something about that right there. You know who needs to imagine that the most? Women. Imagine, see, I'm black and a woman and queer, so I know a lot about this imagining thing. Imagine you remember who you are and that you move accordingly. That's why we got the goddesses this month. It's Women's Her Story Month. Lakshmi over here is the goddess of abundance and prosperity. And abundance, yes. And abundance is money, but it's more than that. It's way more than that, right? And I'm not saying that we don't have real obstacles in the society, and they ain't all in Afghanistan. They right here in the good old U.S. of A. But if you know you a goddess, what the young people say, it's nothing. Okay.
I'm Zoe, and in my world, everyone is like loved and cared for, and it doesn't matter if you're black or you're a person of color or if you're queer or you're a woman or if you're an immigrant. Like, there's a space for you, and there's a space where everyone can appreciate you, and there's nothing like murder or theft or rape anywhere, and everyone is just loved and cared for.
Thank you, Zoe. Everybody say, imagine that. So listen, I'm all about the action, right? Who is it that you have a hard time loving? That's how you bring that about. Whatever group, whatever part of yourself, whoever it is, if Zoe named somebody and you was like, yeah, them, but not them, when the conversation comes up, whether it's immigrants, queer folks, unhoused, who is it that you got a hard time loving? The president, right? Because let's face it, half the country, or the ones that could vote, right, voted that way, right? So, I'm all about that story in the Bible where they said, who's the parent of the baby is the one that don't want to split it down the middle. So who is ready to love? See, y'all loving when Zoe said, I just imagine a world where everybody is loved, but you got to be the ones that start the loving of the unlovable. That's on the people who are in church today. The other people, we ain't got to worry about them. You here. And even if you just came to love on Reverend E, you need to love on the ideas that she's been teaching. It's the loving the unlovable. It's forgiving the unforgivable. That's the legacy over here. So it's work for us to do. When there is peace in our minds, there will be peace in the world. When there is unconditional love in our minds, this church will be there'll be overflowing. We'll have youth. Y'all want, can I just speak to a dream right now? I just want to have youth and family service every Sunday. Reverend E said, we have all that we need. When I came to this church, I think I came into service one Sunday a month because I taught teens 3 Sundays a month. Didn't we, Deborah and I? Like, yes, we did. We all got one Sunday off where we could go to service. How many Sundays did you teach, Ejaya? She taught every Sunday to children. So I imagine that our babies, as much as they enjoy sitting in service, that they would have enough teachers that we could have youth and family every Sunday. So I'm going to just keep speaking that until it's so. All right, I'm going to take 2 or 3 more. It's a lot more hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go.
I'm Reverend Amandra, and I imagine a world where there's no child welfare because every child is taken care of.
Yes. Imagine that.
Imagine a world where this country has a female president and the cabinet is run by your aunties and grandmas.
Oh, I think we need an imagine that for that. Imagine that. Who was next? Who had their hand up? It was some. Here we go. All right.
Hi, my name is Roseanne, and I imagine a place where everybody can walk to fresh food, vegetables, fruits, maybe gardens, and green space. And there's no child welfare, but the welfare of children is priority 1 of everybody.
Can I hear imagine that?
My name is Constance, and I imagine a world where the main value that the whole world is based on is kindness.
I want us to take that one in for a second. Thank you so much, Constance. I think that's worthy of one more time. Go inside. Close your eyes. And I want you to be specific for a second now. If you have a partner in your life or even just a close friend, I want you to imagine kindness in your relationship. Not tolerance, not acceptance, but actual kindness. Some of y'all might remember that. Maybe in the beginning. Remember kindness. If you have parents or children in your life, and sometimes the accumulated interactions can start to wear at your softness. Somebody told me when I was raising teenagers to put their baby picture on my mirror so I could remember the person I fell in love with. So I want you to think now of your parents or your children or both, and I want you to imagine kindness. Kindness in your relationship. Kindness. Now, if you have coworkers, I'm going to get you to stretch now. What would it look like if you let down some of the defenses, some of the protection, you broke tradition with some of the formality or the sarcasm, and you just said something kind. Not just flattering, your dress is cute, but kind. Really grateful to work with you, Constance. I'm so glad you're here. You make a difference in this ministry. You really do. Kind. Don't cost nothing to be kind. And now, here's your homework. Here's the real one. It's that mirror. Because all the meanness, it starts right there. The way you talk to everybody else is just a reflection of those private conversations you're having with yourself. Yes. So I want you to imagine that you're outside your body, just looking at yourself. Imagine if you didn't get the parents that you wanted and they didn't say the nice things. You didn't get the partner that said the nice things that you wanted, or even if you did, I want you to be your spirit looking at yourself right now. And I want you to think of one kind thing. Maybe it's just, I love you just the way you are. Let's try that one. Everybody say together, I love you just the way you are. Sometimes you don't believe it. Sometimes you don't believe it, so just go ahead and open up your eyes and look at your neighbor and tell them so Spirit can speak to them. I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. All right. So I want to start to bring this home, and I want to talk to you about the theme for this week at CSL is being a possibilitarian. A possibilitarian is one who lives from liberation before it is visible. Ernest Holmes told us we have to believe it works, live as though it were already true. See, Jesus the Christ didn't wait for Rome to change. He embodied the different kingdom he was talking about in real time. He said, let me show you what it looks like. So our liberation practices is to imagine beyond what is, and then feel it deeply as though it was already real, and then act accordingly in really small ways, grounded in action. This week, as you go forward every day, take one act of lived liberation. Just be more present with somebody. Extend a little extra dignity where you know it's been denied to somebody older, somebody young, somebody with a disability, somebody who has less money. Whatever it is, just extend a little disability and replace judgment with a recognition of this radical oneness that we're talking about. These are not just random acts of kindness. They are acts of resistance against a regime that focuses on separation. We focus on radical oneness. We imagine that no one is disposable. Palm Sunday is a parade of possibility in the face of power that says you can't change nothing. It's a song that's a declaration of freedom in a world that normalizes captivity. We don't wait for the world to change. We change the world by how we see it, feel it, and live it. So I leave you with the question. What if liberation isn't a distant dream, but a present reality, waiting for our participation? Just imagine that. Thank you. We have a prayer box that's coming. We got Constance Slider-Pierre, one of our practitioners in training, our outgoing board secretary. Constance is training me. We training each other. Come bring this box. You ready? Come do the prayer.
That's my teacher, y'all. Thank you. So I just ask that we go within right now. That we go to that place where God resides, where all knowing is good and love and peace and joy and prosperity. That it is the consciousness. And I just say right now, we are one with that mighty consciousness. That is love, that is peace, that is God. I align with that and I speak my word right here, right now, that it is all good. That it is all God, that there is this place right here that love resides. Wholeness, joy in each and every heart and each and every mind. And it is the fulfillment of God's highest consciousness as each and every one of us, for each and every one of us. And so I just say right here, right now, that it is good that anybody that has any heartbreak, heartache, anything, bring it to that God. And that right here, right now in this prayer box, every prayer is answered. Healing has happened, joy, peace. And so I just release this word right here, right now into the law, knowing that it is already done. And so it is.
All right. So it's time for a report from our treasurer. I just want to say that there are a lot of people in our community that are stepping up to help us strengthen our operations. But this person, this angel, this wizard of information, I know it's hard when somebody give you the hype before you come up, but she gonna live up to it because that's just what she does, is shifting, radically shifting the way this church shepherds our finances. And so I want to tell you that tirelessly and on top of her very busy job, she comes and we meet, I don't know, I think we met 4 times this week, almost every day, to make sure that we give you the level of stewardship and transparency that this community deserves. This is our treasurer, Veronica Maxson.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Veronica, your treasurer here at East Bay. So each month I get a few minutes to keep you in the loop on how we're doing financially. And we also do quarterly community meetings. So at those, I go into much more detail. So those are a great chance to ask questions, share feedback, and really engage where we're headed. And so I hope you do come to the next one. We're going to be announcing the date for that soon. So keep your eye on that email. I haven't been up here in a bit, and I'm really sorry about that. But I want to share some important updates with you in terms of where we are financially. Thank you. Okay, I have 6 slides. So you know that we teach abundance is our natural state here, and I really do believe that fully. And part of that is living in that truth, and it's being honest about where we are right now, so we can move forward to where we're called to be. So I just want to be super clear that things continue to be tight. And I want to share that with you openly about why, and about why your giving is really genuinely spiritual. It's a genuine spiritual practice that truly makes all of this possible. Okay, so what you're looking at are our numbers for January and February. So this is on the right-hand side is what came in this month, and on the left hand is what went out. So as you see, January was a good month. We had money come in, we covered our bills, and we had a little over, so about $4,000 left over. So that's a blessing, and we give thanks for that. February was a bit harder for us, so we ended up the month short by about $14,000. And here's why. So we had our annual insurance bill, and we paid our back property taxes. So we did all of that in February. So together, that was over $15,000 in big bills hitting in 1 month, on top of everything else that we have to do to keep the building running, to pay our contractors, to pay our staff. And so when those bills come in, they land really hard. And right now, we don't have enough cushion to absorb them without feeling it. So January and February together, about $124,000 came in and about $133,000 went out. So we are about $9,400 short for the first 2 months of the year. So I just want to be very honest with you all about that, and also want to show you something on the next slide that puts this in perspective a bit. So sorry for all the numbers here, but I will explain. So we set a goal for how much we bring in this year. For January and February, we hit our goal, which is great. So actually, we came over just a little bit. So those are tithes, rentals, events. All of it is where we hoped we would be. So in fact, our income for the last 2 months is actually up $30,000 compared to the same time last year. So we are moving in the right direction, and that is because of this community, and that is you all showing up, and thank you for that. So now I know what some of you might be thinking. So if we hit our goal, why are we still short? And the honest answer is that our budget is very tight. So even when everything comes in as planned, our expenses run up against our income, and that leaves us very little margin. So we aren't losing ground because people aren't giving. It's because of the cost of running this building and the ministry, and we don't have a cushion when the big bills hit. So we are still operating without a safety net. We don't have a lot in reserves, and we have a mortgage payment increase coming this summer. So all of that is significant, and we'll be walking through all of that in the next community meeting. So again, please come to that where you can find out more detail, ask questions, give feedback, throw out ideas. So I don't want to gloss over this, and I don't want you all to be surprised about it either. And also because of how tight things have been, we have had to make some hard choices. So we had 2 cars broken into in our parking lot and haven't been able to invest in the security upgrades that we need. We want to fully fund our musicians for the beautiful work that they do every Sunday, and we've been putting off hiring a part-time office manager. So Crystal is doing double duty right now. She is, thank you, Crystal. Crystal is our operations and finance manager, and she's our office manager. So that is a lot to hold. And right now, operating this close to the margin really makes it hard to get there, to hire the staff that we need. So this is the reality, and it is why what you do next matters so much. So again, we'll go deeper into this at the next community meeting. But today, the most important thing that you can do is what I'm about to show you. So how can you help? Next slide. So this is where you come in. So one, I just want to stress the importance of recurring giving. It has been a blessing to us. It helps us know how much we can predict in terms of income coming in. So thank you for everybody who signed up for recurring giving. You really are helping us make us more stable in how we run and operate the church. If you are not set up yet, this is your moment. So I want to say something to anyone who's thinking, I can't give $25 a week. You go to the next slide. Thank you. So whatever you can do, if it's $5, $10, $25, it's really the consistency that matters the most. So when we know money is coming in reliably, we can plan better. We can invest. We can stop reaching and reacting and start building the ministry that we know this community is called to be. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It really takes 2 minutes. Just scan the QR code right there. If you want to pull out your phone, you can do it right now. So you scan the QR code. I'm going to do it too. All right, so you select tithes and offering. And so that's the first thing. Well, you put the amount you want, tithes and offering, and where it says frequency, you're going to choose recurring. So that could be every week, monthly, bi-weekly. Enter your payment info, and you're all set. So you set it and forget it. So again, you don't have to do that right now, but we would definitely appreciate if you do set up recurring giving. Again, it's been truly helpful for us in planning. All right. Almost done. Okay, so now I want to end on something joyful. Yes, joyful. Next slide, please. All right, so because joy is always available to us, we are celebrating Reverend E's 95th birthday. Yes, so 95 years of love, wisdom, and faithful service to this world and this community, and that is such a life well lived, and it deserves to be celebrated in a big way. So there are 2 ways to participate in honoring Reverend E, and I want to make sure you understand the difference because they are not the same thing. So if you want to come to the event, you can buy a ticket. And so that's the QR code under buy a ticket. So that's an Eventbrite page. So this is just for the ticket, okay? So that gets you your seat. And if you want to honor Reverend E with a gift or become a sponsor, that's done through Breeze. So just where I told you to go, you'll go to that place where it says under Give To, you're going to select Give to REO 95. A full sponsorship is $950, but you are free to give any amount. Okay, so you can sponsor or donate even if you can't make it to the event, and you don't have to be in the room to show your love, but we definitely want to show our love in so many ways to do that. So ticket on Eventbrite, gift through Breeze, 2 different things, 2 different links. If you have questions about any of this, I'm happy to Find me after service, and I can show you where to go. So let's show up for Reverend E the way she has shown up for us. Yes? Can I get an amen? Okay. Thank you. And if you have any questions about the financial information, where we are financially now before the community meeting, it's probably going to be either later in April or May. Feel free to call me, find me after service, email me. I am always here to take any questions that you have. All right. Okay. All right. Let me say something. So we're going to move into offering. It's offering time. It's offering time. So as we move into offering, I invite you to give from a place of gratitude and abundance, not obligation. From the knowing that what you release here is not lost. It is multiplied, it returns, it blesses this community, and it blesses you. So we are not giving from scarcity, we are giving from the truth of who we are. So let's say our offering affirmation together, please. All right, here we go. I keep my mind and thoughts off this world, and I place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. I acknowledge the inner presence as the only activity in my financial affairs. As the substance of all things visible, I place my faith in the principle of abundance in action within me. Thank you. And so it is. All right, so if ushers can please come forward.
God loves a joyful giver, so you can go ahead and dance up your offering into a basket if you like, because you can't be God-given, no matter how hard you try. Raise your card if you need the card machine, your hand if you need an envelope, but feel free to dance with me and Chris. There's a couple more hands here. Awesome. How many people know you can't be God-given? No matter how hard you try. It's all right to try, though. bring the offering, Betty? Betty. Yeah. All right. So let's just take a moment. If I can have everyone just still right where you are. Let's just take a moment to give thanks for each person who heard the call in their spirit that said, this is my place, my home, my spiritual home. I contribute to this center. I give back just a fraction of what this place has given me, of what this consciousness has given me, of what this ministry has given me, of what this 52 years of legacy has given us, our children, our community, the classes, the services, just a place to come and be together and make a joyful noise. I'm so grateful for every gift in this basket. I'm grateful that even as we named a need, a donor stepped forward and said, I got it. I got the property taxes. Because Reverend E told us everything we need, we already have. And so I trust the flow of spirit that whatever there is, wherever there's a need for anyone in this congregation in your life this week, I bless you. I bless this offering. I bless the divine flow, because as we take care of our church takes care of us. And so every need is met. Every heart is blessed. Every place where there is fear of lack, of limitation, of rising prices and rent increases, it's all banished into the nothingness from which it came, because as we come together and move as a collective, we change not only our own personal condition, but the conditions here in Oakland, the conditions here in California, the conditions here in these United States, and we see the vision that Zoe gave us, that other folks in the audience gave us, that every single person is cared for and loved and has everything they need. This is the mission of this ministry. So I bless this offering knowing that it's more than money, it's consciousness, and it multiplies, and we heal the entire planet as our mission statement provides, because we shift our mind, we shift our thinking, and we see it. Right here and now, every person provided for, beyond borders. Imagine that. Imagine that. I release this word blessing this offering and each person who gave or had the consciousness to give, but not yet the means today. Bless every recurring giver, everybody who celebrated Reverend E, everybody online, all of our love streamers who said, this is my community and I live in a whole other state, a whole other country. I got messages from Brazil and Colorado last week, people saying, yes, this is the consciousness that's needed right where I am too. We're one, wherever, whenever you are watching this. So let this fruit multiply and feed the hungry like our food pantry. Feed those in conflict in our courses and a prayer after service. Let this ministry be blessed by each and every one of us who says, this is my home, and so it is. All right. I know Michigan is playing, so it's time to go. My father just, they about to, thank you, Kiilu, 20. They about 20? See, I don't know if I even need to know. My daddy texted me, he said, this was really great, I got to go. Michigan is playing. It's a time for our announcements, and please don't move because there are some amazing things happening in this community. So I want to just get these to you really quickly. If you know you are making an announcement today, please move in this direction. Can I get those slides up here? EJ, you want to do this? Or I got it, or either way. Come on, happening today. Let's keep rolling. Sacred Activism is having a meeting in the bookstore at 1 o'clock, right after service. I am so proud of our Sacred Activism ministry. Thank you, Tiffany, and all the folks. I know y'all have been visioning, Rebecca and Chelsea, everybody who's been, raise your hand if you've been involved in the Sacred Activism ministry. Yes, look at these great folks right here. We are doing a mighty work in the world. If you want to just get involved or see what's happening 1 to 3 in the bookstore today, we are imagining our next collective action for the spring, and we need help stamping and sealing the 100 letters that people wrote to folks in ICE detention. So that's the action we took at our last meeting. Thank you so much for that. Moving on, today is Pathways to Manhood. And that is kicking off as their announcement, or just know you need to be here at 3:30. Chris Hanif is coming. It's 3:30 today. Come on. Come to this microphone, Chris. There you go. So let me say this about the microphone. People have different hearing needs. And while you may think that you're loud, one, that you can't be heard on the love stream, and two, folks have different hearing levels in the church. So go ahead and say it one more time.
It's an opportunity. If you're a male, identify as male. 3:30 today here from 3:30 to 5. Make sure to be here for us to grow and build as community and help us discover some of the ways that we self-destroy, self-sabotage, so that we can make our lives better, our families better, our communities better, our relationships better, our pocketbooks fatter, and all that. So if you're about that life, or as a kid say, you want to get active, come on down 3:30 today. It'll be every week Sunday.
It's about 4 brothers over here in the Oliver family. I'm going to just look this way and say, yeah, Chris said quit playing. I wasn't going to say that. But I was going to say there's a legacy here that you're a part of. You already know. You've been a beneficiary of these teachings. You know them like the back of your hand. Whether you believe them all is a different conversation. We could talk about that. But there's brothers out there that need your example. Now, you ain't got to be perfect. You just got to show up. And so we would love to have you and any brothers you know here. It's important that we cultivate a space where black men and all men of every race can feel honored. So that's what we're doing, unapologetically. So 3:30 today. Let's keep them moving. Happening this week. This is a survey. Now, when I ask people if they want to be a practitioner, how many people in here want to be a practitioner one day? Okay, I got hands. Yeah, I got like 3. But when I ask people, they be like, no, that's not me. That's what all of us said. So what we are doing is a survey so that we can make sure we offer all the classes. We will probably start a new practitioner class in the fall, but we need to make sure you have all the prerequisites just in case. And the class that starts in the fall is actually just advanced consciousness studies. So if you know a little bit, you're taking a couple classes, but you want to up level, this is your opportunity. Please fill out this survey. Next slide. Wednesday night power hour. This has been the season for peace and nonviolence. The closing conversation is this Wednesday after the Wednesday night power hour. What does it mean? Where do we go from here to carry the vision for peace and nonviolence? And you're invited. April 4th is the day we are going to do a community walk in the Temescal neighborhood and have an opportunity to clean our beautiful East Bay Church garden. Thank you to KP, Kelvin, to Cliff, to all of the brothers, to Gabriel. We had so many people come and take care of our yard and our garden and our gutters and donate their time. KP, I really, really appreciate you. Gabriel, thank you so much. And Cliff, you have been really just wonderful as a board rep leading this effort. Thank you to Raphael and Christian and all the folks that have showed up. We've been, and you know what? I got to talk about Hamid, Brother Hamid out there every Sunday, cleaning up in the front. Richard Scott, the legacy for generations. Thank you all so much for what you're doing. And Dr. Cynthia, of course, and the love she has poured into our garden. So we're going to celebrate Reverend E, April 4th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here with a walk in the neighborhood and some gardening. Big birthday party. Precious. If you're going
blessing in my life. 36 years ago, when I was new in recovery from drugs and alcohol, a friend handed me a cassette tape and said, "Listen to this." The title of the tape was Substance Abuse. I was excited because I thought it was going to give me some more information on how I could stop using drugs and alcohol. I listened to the tape, and it was this woman talking about substance abuse, but it wasn't drugs and alcohol. She was talking about abusing the substance of God. I had to go and see who this woman was. I walked into Nile Hall at Preservation Park, and there you were, this regal queen speaking the truth I had been seeking all my life. I ran out and started crying like John the Baptist in the wilderness. Come over here, and get this message to all the folks in recovery. They started coming from every area, and East Bay Church became the recovery church. And you welcomed us all. You introduced me to your teacher and my guru, Brother Ishmael Tete. Through you, I met and studied under Sri Sri Ravashankar in India. Because of you, I've been able to answer the call to ministry and to step into it. I have never left your side. Your teaching, your presence changed my life. Reverend E, you have been such an amazing blessing, not only in my life, but in the world. I appreciate you, I love you, and I look forward to celebrating your 95th birthday on May 9th. Blessings.
East Bay, it is hard to follow that. Thank you so much, Reverend Amandra. That is amazing. I'm always so loud. All right, good morning, East Bay, or good afternoon. If you did not know, the celebration is kicking off officially today. If you have your story, your Ask Me How I Know, your tribute for Reverend E, we invite you to join us in the garden after service. We are capturing these stories because it is important to have an archive of the legacy that can be passed on, because we all know that this incredible being of light here, Reverend E, is the reason so many of us are where we are today. So let us take the time and celebrate her. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I am very excited to just make sure, I know you've heard a lot about our plans for celebration, and it's coming at you hard and fast, so it might be a little confusing. I am here to kind of bring it together for you. Thank you so much. So, of course, we are kicking off with a collection of stories. You saw an example of that just now with Reverend Amandra. We want to hear from everyone. You may not want to be on video. That is fine. Please see Reverend Amandra. We are also collecting written stories, and we invite you, if you prefer to be more external focused, if you're on social media, share your stories there. We would love to see your pictures over the years with Reverend E. However, we do ask, use the hashtag REO95. That way we will be able to search on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, and some of the others, so we can compile those, again, building that archive for the legacy that is Reverend E. A quick note about the tickets: we want those sold out. So do what you can to help us sell those out, because we want a party. We want you all to start thinking through your white and your purple fit, because we do not want to come in here looking like whatever. It's a birthday party. It's a 95th birthday party for our light, Reverend E. So do not disappoint. Adult tickets or general admission tickets are $95. We do have youth tickets that are $59. See how we flip that? And if you have a young child from a newborn all the way up to 11, those kids are free with an adult admission. We also have, for those of you who are able to expand within the community, if you would like to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to join us for this celebration, we have what are called community supporter tickets. And what we are hoping to do is have a nice little
bank or reserve of those, because we understand that we all love and cherish Reverend E, but not all of us have the means to be there. But some of us do have means above and beyond. And so please consider purchasing one of those tickets or more. Feel free to buy all those tickets for the event. You've already heard about donating. If you would like to make a donation of any amount or be considered for a sponsorship, which does come with various bundles of tickets and other special thank yous, please visit our website. Master John, if you don't mind standing. Master John is the chair for this year's event, so if you have, yes, round of applause. You all can only imagine the amount of work and calls and meetings he is having. You think your birthday party planning is hard? Try to set something up for this woman. He is making sure that we are doing incredible things. So if you have any questions about those tickets, if you have any questions about any of the other elements, please see him. I'm also happy to answer any questions for you as well. I believe I have covered everything. Is everyone clear on the plan? All right. And oh, I almost forgot. The 4th is actually the birthday, and that was what, just kidding, the 1st is actually the birthday. But what Reverend E said she wanted more than anything was just a walk with community and some time in the garden. So this is a gift that she has specifically asked for. So if you can join us on the 4th, please do. Thank you all so much.
All right, guess what next Sunday is? Easter. So we're going to talk about resurrection and redemption. The East Bay Church Choir is coming. Reverend Queen Michelle is back. So we are going to ask everybody to bring somebody. You can even have an online watch party if you can't be here, but we want each one to bring one and be with us on Easter. We would like to have a packed house for Easter Sunday, and the choir is ready, so we are excited. And that is all the announcements for today. I'm going to turn it back to Ejaya Grace Angel, who's going to close us out and get us to these NCAA finals.
Wow, let's have a round of applause for everything. Oh. I would like to invite the practitioners who are available for prayer to join me here at the front. If you're available for prayer, practitioners. I'm going to breathe through that. Yes, we have prayer after service. Please don't leave here with a challenge. I'm available for prayer. And we have some coming, so please be sure to stop in. And oh, what a time we've had, yes? Yes. So let's close now. I invite you to just think about the goodness, the uplift, the revelation. Wow, revival. It's a new one for me. How good it's been. Dancing, giving thanks for our DJ Kiilu Grant. So grateful. So I'm just giving thanks for this time. I'm just knowing that all is well, even as we make our way to the next place we are going. Wherever that is, I know it's already all right. The one life living, the one breath breathing is good and very good, and so I'm grateful. I'm so thankful for everyone's time and attention, for all the gifts, for everything that has gone on in here today. Everything. Anchor this experience with me, if you would, by just saying, and so it is.
And so it is. Reverend E has requested the Gayatri mantra, so we're going to close with that. Thank you all for a fantastic Revival Sunday. There's information on the tables. And thank you, Kiilu Grand.
Shonaya, Umur Vaswa. Chodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya, Om Bhurva Swaha, Savitravarenyam.